This is WLWT Cincinnati, TV5, a multimedia broadcasting station.
Good evening, I'm Rick Taylor. Marine Private Robert Garwood has been found guilty of collaborating with the enemy. Tonight, the news talked with his father in Adams, Indiana. And the last of three defendants in the murder trial of former Madeira executive Andrew Luther entered a plea of guilty. All the news on the news tonight at 11. Join us. Rick Taylor for the late news. President Reagan outlined his plan to get the economy back in order, and Marine Private Robert Garwood is guilty of collaborating with the enemy. Jan Hopkins talked with his father tonight. All the news, sports with Zipper Zeppa. Weather scene with Tony Sands next. Join us.
This is the late news with Rick Taylor, Zipper Zeppa Sports, and Tony Sands Weather Scene.
Okay. Good evening from the news. I'm Rick Taylor. The Economic Judgment Day has come, according to President Reagan. In a televised address, the president briefly outlined some steps he says are necessary to bring about an improvement in our economic condition. Among those steps are a 10% cut in personal income tax over each of the next 3 years and cuts in regulations of businesses.
Our basic system is sound. We can, with compassion, continue to meet our responsibility to those who, through no fault of their own, need our help. We can meet fully the other legitimate responsibilities of government. We cannot continue any longer our wasteful ways at the expense of the workers of this land or of our children.
The President will deliver his State of the Union address on February the 8th, at which time he will outline in greater details the plans that he has in mind. In general, what can be cut will be cut. Quite simply, the President delivered an economic primer this evening, one which few people did not understand, but one which some might fight when it comes to implementation. In the first court-martial of a Vietnam prisoner of war, Marine Private First Class Robert Garwood was found guilty of collaborating with the enemy. As always, Garwood was silent going into the courtroom. His defense was sanity. The government's case came from testimony of former POWs. The jury of 5 Vietnam veterans found Garwood guilty of collaboration on all specifications that he acted as informer, interpreter, interrogator, instructor, and guard for the enemy. He was also convicted of assaulting another POW. Garwood's lawyer had pleaded the Marine was not responsible for his actions because he had suffered from mental illness during 14 years of captivity.
The defense team feels that we have done everything that we could. We wouldn't do anything any differently that we know, and we'll just take it from here through the rest of the trial.
As the verdict was read, Garwood stood motionless, at attention, looking straight ahead. The same jury will decide his punishment. The maximum penalty is life in prison. Robert Garwood grew up in a small town in Indiana, about an hour west of Cincinnati. His father still lives there. Tonight, Jan Hopkins went to Adams, Indiana, and talked with the Garwood family.
Well, Rick, Adams, Indiana has only 300 people, and it was there that 34 years ago, Robert Garwood was born. He's still remembered now. Garwood's picture is everywhere in his father's mobile home. Jack Garwood is a retired printer who knows what the hostage families went through. His son was a prisoner of war for 14 years. But Garwood's son didn't come back a hero. He was charged and found guilty of being a traitor.